Values-based leadership is grounded in core convictions about what matters most. Essentially, values-based leadership asks two questions. What do I stand for? And how do my choices reflect that? Let me give you a couple of examples of what values-based leadership looks like in action. Consider Cynthia Marshall, the first Black woman to head an NBA team as CEO of the Dallas Mavericks. And I purposely picked this example because I thought that you guys would appreciate it. You know, when Cint stepped into her role, she actually entered an organization, one that had like a culture of toxic dysfunction. But she brought her leadership, which was grounded in her faith, as well as values, including character and fairness, respect, and teamwork. And so she was able to not only change company policy, but really transform the spirit of the organization. In a few short years, Cint built a leadership team that was nearly 50% women and 50% people of color, where once there had been none. And as I understand it, the Mavs have become kind of this beacon of inclusion and trust, reaching millions of people, really, through its community outreach efforts that embrace these values. Now, values-based leadership is not only for executives at large organizations. I want you to meet Brad Breen. Brad is the security administrator at New Tripoli Bank in Pennsylvania's Lehigh Valley. And for 3 years, Brad worked as a teller at his bank. He infused his work with his core values of empathy, integrity, and service. Values, by the way, that were very much aligned with the company's philosophy of people are more valuable than money. And Brad's values enabled him to develop genuine personal relationships with customers. And because of that, he was able to detect subtle signs of fraud, like when an existing customer would start kind of acting nervously, withdrawing lots of money without any explanation. And because of that, the bank was able to intervene proactively and protect all of its vulnerable customers. Brad's values were also essential to his own career progression, eventually leading to his elevated role in the security department of his bank. So this is the kind of impact that values-based leadership can have on your organization, as well as your own trajectory. But if you stick with it, values-based leadership is worth everything, because the research shows that it leads to increased customer trust and loyalty, engagement among customers and employees, and organizational revenue and profitability grow. But look, the numbers only tell a part of the story. When you lead with your values, you transform your organization to be more than just a workplace. It becomes a place where people grow, where they contribute to something meaningful, where they connect to something bigger than themselves. You know, people don't just want paychecks, they want purpose. And they don't just want managers, they want leaders who stand for something and team members that they can trust. This is the kind of leadership the world desperately needs. You know, in a culture of cynicism and short-term thinking, values-based leadership stands out.